As induction into the Sports Hall of Fame, Dick Cole.
Wow, what an evening. First, I want to thank the board of directors here for this nomination tonight. But first, I want to say good evening to the sports fans that all showed up tonight to support this fine organization. And I want to tell you a little bit, which they already have, about the history that kind of got me here tonight. I'm obviously a local boy who was born and raised in Jamestown and had the distinct honor of having, because I've been around so long, have played against, in numerous sports, many of our existing honorees, inductees into the Sports Hall of Fame, as well as many future ones. I see there's a lot of future ones here tonight because there's some awesome records that some of these youngsters have accomplished in high school so far. But starting off with my golf career, it basically started at Jamestown Municipal Golf Course. Some of you people probably don't know where that was or where it is. It's now the Jamestown Community College campus. It used to be a 9-hole golf course behind Dietrich Stadium. And for me, it was like a second home. I grew up on that golf course. Many of my friends from the east side of Jamestown particularly grew up on that golf course. We developed our games there, and we're fortunate enough that it remained pretty good up until the most recent years. But most of the 6 decades that I've been playing golf around here has been spent mostly at Conomogo Valley Country Club in Warren, Pennsylvania. Was a member there for 30 years, which covered basically 4 decades. And I was fortunate in those 4 decades to have won at least one club championship in each one of those decades. So, but like I said, the municipal golf course was my second home, literally. I started playing there when I was 9 years old. I started working there when I was 16. I think Russ Dietrich probably remembers that because he was a director of Parks Department and Recreation back then and was my boss. So it's been a long time. And I started working there when I was 16, and I remained working there until they closed in 1970. So that played a major part of my golf structuring that took me to where I am today. When I was a member at the Conomogo Valley Country Club, I was fortunate to represent them in the national, the Adams Golf Week magazine sponsored senior golf tournament. It was held at Kiowa Island Golf Resort at the famous Ocean Course. It was a 2-day tournament that they invited anybody over 50 that had won their senior club championship at their course nationwide to participate. And I was lucky enough to have won that after a two-day event. My basketball career started at Washington Junior High School in 7th grade. And I was 6'2", 7th grader, so I had no question that I was going to be involved in basketball. And I had the opportunity, and I see him here tonight, to play for Coach Como Tane. And we had a pretty good team back my 7th, 8th, and 9th grade years. And Como Tane was instrumental in getting me started in basketball. We moved up to Jamestown High School. Was fortunate enough to play for the late John Dutch Leonard. Our JV team that year was 17-0, we were undefeated. And by the time I was a senior, Dutch Leonard was promoted to varsity coach. We won the Lakeshore Championship title that year and went on to play in the Section 6 finals at Buffalo Memorial Auditorium against Amherst Central School, who was 20-1. But after that game, they were 20-0. But after that game, they were 20-1. I was also fortunate enough at the end of my career at Jamestown High School to set some records, and they've gone over those tonight, so I'm not going to mention that. But they went on to play 2 years at JCC and was fortunate enough to make their all-regional golf and basketball. But I really want to thank the officers and board members and the volunteers for the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame for honoring me with this nomination. I also want to thank my wife, Anda, my wife of 50 years, who spent countless hours putting together 6 decades worth of information to make being here tonight possible. Thanks, honey, for all the work. I also want to thank my daughter, Cindy, my son, Jim, who flew in from San Diego to be here tonight, for their love and support all these years. And a very special thanks to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame Museum for honoring and preserving sports history in Chautauqua County. Great job, board members and volunteers. So it's with great honor and pleasure that I accept this nomination to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dick. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy.
Keep up the good work.